So you want to plan on this tool as a big part of your game plan. Just, the website is www.leanandcleanforlife.com. Someone can text that up there, leanandcleanforlife.com. So all our recorded calls are there. We have some webinars that are posted there. We have the schedule of the Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. You can actually click into the webinars there. So make sure people have that training site. It's really a big, big help. And tonight it's going to be the section. Oh, by the way, the schedule of the January event, each month event, is on that site too. On the top right, you'll get the schedule of events. So like this Saturday coming up, we have an opportunity presentation by Kevin Still. He does a phenomenal job. So he'll do an overview of the company, the product, the marketing plan this Saturday. So again, know what the schedule is, know what the topics are, and it can really help you build your business. So with that, we're going to focus on using the tools here. I've got 3 parts to the basics of the business. Number 1 is using the products, and we spent a lot of time talking about that, but in just a simple way, getting everybody to use the products correctly and develop that discipline to get the results and to get emotionally attached is critical. So number 1, using the products is the basics. There's so many results here, and focus that direction. The more committed you are to the products, the more you're going to have an emotional attachment, the more you're going to be able to enroll other people with your belief. The second part of this is talking to people. And a lot of talking to people is really literally just getting a list put together and continually putting the list together, working with your team to put a list, and always talking to new people. So that's number 2, is talking to new people. So if people are talking to new people all the time, getting new people to take a look, your business is going to grow. That's just the nature of the business. So, you've got to get the looks going. And very simply, a couple of looks a day, let's just say 2 looks a day, 5 days a week, that's 10 looks a week. 10 looks a week times 4 weeks in a month, 40 looks a month. 40 looks a month times 12 months in a year, 480 looks in a year, let's just say 500. So basically with 2 looks a day, 5 days a week, you have about 500 looks in a year. That's what consistency with talking to people can do for you. And you could cut that in half and just talk to 1 person a day. 1 person a day, 5 days a week, and you're looking at close to 250 people taking a look at Isagenix in the next year. And so the idea here for everybody is that you can be successful, but you just have to be consistent with some simple things over and over and over again. And so number 1 is using the products. Number 2 is talking to people. And then number 3 is now using the tools. And thank you, Mariah, saying crystal clear here. That's really awesome. So now I know what to do now with my microphone in the future. So, okay. So number 3, using the tools. Now this is really where the work is. This is where you got to kind of learn some stuff, and the tools are phenomenal. I don't know if you've seen the iSamovie lately, but the iSamovie, www.isamovie.com, and go ahead, Angela, go ahead and type that in, isamovie.com. That is, that is our key website. Out of all the website, iSamovie is your number 1 website, in my opinion, for exposures, to getting people exposed. And so what we want to do is get as many people to get to iSamovie as you can. And that's the goal. How many people could I get to see iSamovie? That's basically it. Now on the left-hand side, you have product information, and right now they have the new IsaBody Challenge video there. You have the Are You Toxic video. You have the Telomeres and Aging video. You have testimonials for people losing weight. You have just a lot of great stuff there. The doctors, the athletes. There's just incredible videos on that left side regarding product. On the right side, you have opportunity videos where you've got the compensation plan, you've got for the younger crowd, you've got the next generation or the next entrepreneur, you have the Isagenix difference, the Isagenix vision, you have it all. So you have these different videos on the right side, and it's really critical to know isamovie.com, to know what the videos are, and to be acquainted with them, so that when you talk to people, you can direct them to the appropriate video based on what their needs are, what they're looking for, what they're wanting in their life. And I think that's a key. So iSamovie is a critical part of our tool. So one of the things that I knew in the very beginning, we had just the Are You Toxic video 5.5 years ago when I really launched my business. The Are You Toxic video was excellent. I just said, that's a great video. If I could just get people to watch that, I'm going to move a lot of product. And I launched that way, and in about, I can't remember exactly, but I'd say on a very conservative level, within 6 months I had 33 personally enrolled consultants, for the most part, getting them to watch this video first and then following up. And that's the strategy that I use, and that's the strategy that I'm sharing with you, and it's still the strategy that I use. Now, you don't have to be perfect here. If someone wants to email someone the website, go for it. If you want to tell someone, here's the website, and then they take off and you hope that they watch it, go for it. There's no right or wrong. I'm just going to give you a real specific track that if you develop this discipline, it can really help you get the looks, get the exposures, but better than that, it's going to help you get the orders. It's going to make it so that you actually get the order. And so the ability for you to mix up the video, the tools that we have on iSamovie, and the personal touch that you provide, your excitement, your enthusiasm, you're fired up about what's going on here, the ability to mix up and leverage the tool, and then you yourself mix it up with the person, if you will, and relate to the person and deal with them as an individual and give them options on how they can start it, is critical. So you've got to mix it up. The tool and you together is what creates the result. A lot of people want a tool to do everything for them. That's not how this is going to work. It's the tool and you working together that's going to get the result. So what I want to start with is building tips. And I really appreciate everybody being on this line here, and I really want to make this a very valuable training coming into the new year. Remember that the phone and the computer are quicker, faster, better than anything you can do. Matter of fact, my goal the next 90 days is not to run around a lot. I'm going to go to a couple locations here in the next 90 days, but for the most part, I'm going to be telecommuting the next 90 days because the phone and the computer knows no distance, and it's quicker, and it's faster, and it's better. Look at all of us connected via computer on a webinar. Look how fast you can talk to people all over the country, all over Canada, all over U.S., even into Mexico and Australia now, right over the phone. So just know that this system is quicker, faster, better than anything you could do. Here's building tips. Now, one thing I liked from this last weekend, Michael Klaus did an excellent job on a training piece, and he talked about basically a 90-day game plan that most people can't see 1 year, 5 years down the road. And that's really true. They'll lose interest 1 year, 5 years down the road. The idea is to get them focused on 90 days, to change your life in 90 days. So the 90-day game plan, when we talk about setting your intention, where do you want to be income-wise in 90 days, and where do you want to be rank-wise in 90 days? I thought that was beautiful because it was so simple. So everybody on this line, jot this down. What is your intention for the next 90 days in terms of income and in terms of rank? In other words, if you're a 1-star, you may want to be 2-star. It doesn't have to be that, but you want to look at, maybe you're a consultant, you want to get to star consultant. You're a star consultant, you want to get to executive. Maybe you're going into the Crystal Executive Challenge. Whatever the next step is for you, what is your income and what is your rank in the next 90 days? So set your intention, or whatever really it is for you that sets you on the right course and gets you excited and gets you motivated. What is your intention? Take inventory of your business where it is right now. As we go into the new year, there's positives and there's negatives in our organizations. I see positives and I see negatives. I see good things and I see bad things. I see the things I got to work on and things that are already working pretty well. So take inventory of your business, and be real with it where it's at. And if you do that, it's going to be a lot easier to then grow your business when you know where it's at currently. Redo your list. That is a critical key. I want to encourage everybody to understand that if you're in network marketing, again, you're always talking to new people. And the idea here is redoing your list. And I can tell you I guess I can consider myself a professional networker, I'm constantly redoing my list. I'm constantly focused on putting lists together, and I've got a big database, an app database that's on my computer that I put things in that. So I constantly have their name, phone number, email. And if I were to go into a state, I could hit that state, and I know all the people in that area. If I were to go to, let's say, Washington, I have all the ways of accessing all the database I've developed now for Washington or for Oregon or for California or for Georgia, Florida, Texas, wherever it might be. So in the beginning, it's with pad and the paper. It's a pad and a paper. Get all your Rolodexes out, get all your computer files out, get your phone files out, get your Rolodex, your credit cards, your checking accounts, get the yellow pages out as a memory jogger, and start asking yourself, who do I know? Who do I know? Who do I know? Ask your partner, ask your wife, ask your husband. Who do we know? Who do we know? Who do we know? Who are the people in our life? And go through the yellow pages as a memory jogger, A through Z. Everybody that I've challenged to put a memory, to put a list together and have used the yellow pages as a memory jogger have put a list of 100 to 200 names every single time. And this is after they said they didn't know who to talk to anymore. So redo your list. That's a critical key, because you've got to have new people that you're exposing this system to, that we're going to be talking about. We're going to talk, promoting all events, and that's something that is huge. Once you have developed this telecommuting strategy that we're going to share, you're always building for the next event. And that could be locally. You have an event once a month. It could be a home party, but also the big company events. And we're going to talk, and then using all the tools that are available. So let's get into the basics of the three-step system of using the videos here and getting the order. I do have a training program I just want to make sure everybody's aware of. It's called ABC 123. I have 14 other distributors and Kathy Cooper on this 2-CD thing. It's very inexpensive. It's in the back office under ISA Sales Tools. It's 2 CDs and a booklet, and I highly recommend it because honestly, if you've got to get the basics down. All of us, including myself, have to learn to do the basics day in and day out, day in and day out. Amazingly, a huge amount of people that come into this type of business, they quit within 30, 60, and 90 days. They never learn the basics. They never stay consistent with the basics. And this is going to give you a lot more information that you can play over and over and over again. And everybody needs to know it's repetition. What I'm sharing here, it's great that you're getting this, but what I appreciate is a lot of the people that have been around are hearing it again, and you got to hear it again, and you got to hear it again. Repetition is the mother of skill, and repetition is the father of success. It's repetition. So 3-step system, here we go. The telecommuting system, you got a phone, you got a computer, it's going to equal money, okay? Phone, computer equals money. You just need to know that. So this 3-step system is very, very simple. We're going to start with step 1. You've put your list together, and you're excited about the products, you're excited about the business. You've got to reach out to people. You've got to connect with people. You've got to initiate the call. The thing about network marketing that's unique is that you have to initiate everything. Nobody's going to call you up and go, gosh, Carol, I found out you were in Isagenix, and I heard about the President's Pack, and it just has a tremendous value in there. And I know that I have a free sign-up, and you know what? There's a blender in there as well. Plus, you've got that new product B in there with all those extra products besides the 30-day, because I've really got to lose some weight. And so with all that in there, I'm ready. I want to get the President's Pack. Here's my credit card. Could you sign me up? And here's my Social Security and my date of birth. That's not going to happen in network marketing land. And everybody wants that to happen, but that's not going to happen. And it may be rarely, as you build this business, you're going to get some level of that. And you could have some forms of advertising where people are calling you up. But for the most part, the way I've built the business, the way I've seen it work, I've had to reach out to people, connect with people, and get them to take a look. And what it is do you have a couple of minutes? So if I'm calling Mary, I go, Mary, do you have a couple of minutes? And what I want to do is just share with her that I really want to talk to her about something I'm excited about, that is, I think has a lot of value for her, that I think she would be perfect in, but I don't need to get into it in that initial call. Okay, so when you're connecting with people, what I want to say here, your goal is really to do this, and that is set the appointment. The goal isn't really the first call that you're just going to just get into Isagenix and give her all the bells and whistles on that first call. It's a little bit overwhelming, and it's not really professional in a lot of ways. Now, you can get excited, you get pumped up, but what I've learned is this. If I can connect with the people, share with them briefly my story without getting into grand detail. I don't even mention Isagenix. If I can ask, when would you have 15, 20 minutes to review a company that is going to be a major company in the marketplace? It's done billions, and it's going to be doing billions a year. When do you have 15, 20 minutes to take a look? And I want to set up a time for you. That is really where you want that initial call to go. Because if you have the ability just to get them excited and then get their undivided attention to watch the video. Now, it could be immediately. When you connect with them and you're talking to them, listen, I've got 10, 15 minutes right now. I don't have to pick up the kids until about an hour, so let's do it right now. Hey, then you set the appointment immediately, and that's great. That'll work. Then get into it with them. But you have to ask their permission. Is this a good time to convey some information? Because what I want to do is have you watch a video. Now, put the focus on this iSaMovie. I've got a couple of our websites here, and I want you to just focus on iSaMovie. Forget the other websites that are there. Just focus on iSaMovie. Your goal, so Mary says, listen, we can do it right now, or Mary says, get hold of me tonight at 8 o'clock. And so you set up, you have an appointment with Mary. She knows that you're going to be talking to her, calling her back. You know you're going to get into more detail, and she needs to be in front of the computer. So those are things that she needs to know. So when you call her back, you're going to then tell her some of the things why you're excited. And you're going to share your story. You're going to share, maybe, if you were at an event, like I've been at this event, oh my gosh, we had 3 days of unbelievable things going on, new products, new promotions. The company put $10 million on the front end of our existing comp plan per year, $10 million. Okay, there are people getting results like I've never seen in any company. And people are becoming millionaires. There's over 60 people now that are millionaires in this company. And Mary, I thought of you. And I don't know exactly what part of this you're going to like, but let me ask you, and this goes back to step one here, what would interest you more, finding about a health system or finding out about the wealth system? Because they have both. And if they say both, great. If they say health system, if they say wealth system. But where you want to know is, do you want to talk money with this person, or do you want to talk product with this person? Okay, now, I personally think that if you would bring up the money more, you'll get a lot more people saying they want to make money if you would bring that up. Because what you're ultimately going to be looking for are business builders in your group. Now, what's amazing about Isagenix, people get such great results that they end up being business builders, and they find out about the money part and they get involved. That's the most beautiful thing about Isagenix I could see that I've seen over the years. But I really am looking for business builders. But either way, you're going to ask them, what would interest you most, the health system or the wealth system? Because I've got a couple videos here. Now, if you know the person, then you're going to get them to go to the website, and you know what they're looking for. And this is not the exact look now of the iSaMovie, but you still get the concept of the product on the left and the business on the right. Okay, so it's up to you to know what those videos are and to really have gone through those so you know which video to pick out. But let's say that Mary says she wants to lose 50 pounds. Then what you want to do is you go, Mary, and with the new IsaBody challenge, by the way, I'm going to go, Mary, you go to isamovie.com. Do you see the screen? She goes, yes. Okay, a video is going to come up right away. Now, right now, it's the Isagenix difference. I'll tell her to put the cursor on the screen. Now, this is where I'm controlling the sharing process. And folks, this is not complicated. What I'm sharing with you is not complicated, but I've done it so many times. But the beauty here is you're controlling the sharing process, and you're making sure she is going to watch the video. That's all you want, is them to watch the video. And see, my point here is if you try to do it by email, they never end up watching the video. You give them a website, they never end up watching the video. People get busy. You're bypassing all that, and you're going right to the video, and you're going to get them to play it. But what happens when they go to iSaMovie, immediately the Isagenix difference comes up. And what you want to do is put the cursor on the screen and put it on pause. Okay, you want to put it on pause because you want to talk. You want to control the sharing process. See, that's when you know you are making a presentation. That's when you know you're controlling the sharing process. This is when you know you're getting the look. You're now telling them what to do. And this is so darn easy to do, folks. And you just have to be able to have the discipline to block out the time to do this. So if she wanted to lose 50 pounds, I might not bother with the Isagenix difference right now. I'm going to put that on pause. I'm going to tell her some of the results that I've gotten on the products. I'm going to tell her what the company's doing with this IsaBody challenge, and that thousands and thousands of dollars just by being part of this program, she'll be able to make thousands and thousands of dollars. She'll be able to maybe get on a cruise. There's all these different support systems for everybody that enters into the IsaBody challenge. So then I would say, listen, what I'd like you to do is I want you to watch the IsaBody challenge because I want you to enter into that because it could be a lot of fun. You could earn a lot of cash, prizes, and get on a cruise. But on top of that, I want you to then watch right after that so you understand that the program is the Are You Toxic video. So if you'll watch the 5-minute ISO body challenge and then about the 13, 14-minute Are You Toxic video, that's going to be about 20 minutes of videos. You see, they're going to watch those 2 videos and you're directing them. So Mary gets that idea, and then you say, Mary, okay, click on the ISO body challenge. You hear the music come up. Are you with me? You now have a look. Now, let's say that it was a person that was really saying, I want to make money. You know, you're in the money videos, you're still going to find out about the product, just not as in depth. So if they say, listen, I really need to make $5,000 extra a month. I am really looking for an opportunity. Listen, cut right to the chase and go, listen, on the right-hand side, we have a video, and it's called the Isagenix Vision. And that'll give you a great overview of this company, the owners and some of the other people that are in this company. You'll get the idea of what we're doing with this company. And so you'll get them to see that video. Are you with me? And so they're going to watch the Isagenix Vision. And when they click on that and the music comes on, you have got a look. That's my main thing that I want to share with everybody. You have got a look. And so now, here is the beautiful thing. When those people have taken a look at the video, and they're looking at it professionally, you need to realize that the videos that they watch are 100% more powerful than you and I trying to rattle on for half an hour. They really are. They're more powerful than Jay Bennett. They're more powerful than Jim Cooper. They're more powerful than Jimmy Smith. The videos themselves are more powerful than any individual, those videos. It's also, you need to understand, duplicatable. In other words, though you can get other people, if they chose to, can get other people to take a look at a video and click play. See, anybody can click play. Now, the hard part is, yes, setting the appointment and saying, Mary, I really want you to take 20 minutes around your schedule. What's the best time for you? But if you do this, they're really going to look. If you don't do this, it could be like this. Mary, I'm going to give you this website. Take a look. Or I'll email you this website. Will you take a look? Oh, yeah, I'll take a look. And you call her back in a couple days, and you'll go, Mary, did you take a look? Well, no, I didn't get around to it. You know, the kids were running to practice, and we just didn't have time. Well, will you promise me, Mary, this weekend? And Mary said, oh, yeah, I'll take a good look at it. You call her after the weekend on next Monday, and Mary, did you get a chance to look over the video? Oh, no, I didn't. I missed it. Gosh darn it. I really wanted to, but I couldn't do it. And then you call her a third time and a fourth time. And by the fourth time, you now are harassing this person. You now show that you care. And that person never did watch the video, and they really don't know what you're talking about, and they're prejudging it now. It's just another deal. And they have no clue what it is, and they're going to say no. So if you want to bypass that part of what I just shared, and that happens about 90% of the time. Now, you could get lucky, send them an email, and they click play, and they actually watch it, and they get involved, and they call you, or they email you back, oh, hey, I love it. And I've had that happen to me. So it's not, anything will work. If you send them emails, and you just want to do it by emails, and you just want to give people websites, and cross your fingers, and cross your toes, that they're actually going to look it over, you can do it that way too. But if you want to raise your percentages by about 90%, and you want everybody to look at the videos, and maybe look at 1 or 2 videos, and have those people calling you back before you even get a chance to call them back, well, that's the system that we're talking about right here. That's the system right here. So does it take a little bit of a discipline? Yes. But let me ask you this. Do not professional people, like lawyers and doctors, do they not set up appointments in advance? When you deal with a chiropractor or a medical doctor, you don't just charge into the office and say, here I am, you know, take care of me. You really have had to have set an appointment more often than not in advance, or you're going to be in the waiting room a long, long time. So you have to set an appointment if you're going to meet with a doctor. If you're going to meet with a lawyer, you just don't charge into his office and say, you know, tell me all the issues on this legal case. No, you have to set an appointment. And then for most attorneys, they're going to put on that little ticker, and you're going to be paying $300 an hour. Okay? The bottom line, though, is that there's an appointment set with a professional. And that's true, really, with everything. In professional business, corporate world, it's an appointment set. So that should be no different for network marketing. If the first call you make, you're going on for an hour about this, I wouldn't consider that professional. You're wasting their time and your time by doing that. Set appointments, set appointments, set appointments. Get them to absolutely look over the video. have them watch the videos that you want them to watch, and they're going to get excited. They're going to see what this is. And here's what's beautiful, and this is step 3. And step 3 is you're immediately following up. You're not doing it, 3 days later, 5 days later, a week later, and then you're calling back and you're hoping that they watched it and you're trying to figure out when they did. Within 15, 20, 30 minutes, you can be calling them back, depending on the videos that they watch, and you're going to call them back within a 15, 30-minute period of them watching the videos. Immediately you're following up. And that's that human touch that I'm talking about. That's that personal touch that you have to bring to this type of a business. And what I've done is put an order form together that's excellent. And worked with Carol Taylor, one of the millionaires in the company. And I want everybody to know that website. And Angie, if you could put that on the website. And that's allinOnebusiness.net. All in one, and that's O-N-E, business.net. In that website, we took all these packages and we distilled it to the most powerful packages that we thought were the most important ones. Thank you, Angie. All those, and we don't have all the packages. We wanted to put it on one sheet. So when you go to allinOnebusiness.net, you're going to go to helpful documents, and then you're going to go to membership forms. And we've got a couple of different membership forms, but there's the one that has the different packages on one sheet and then the application. So it's a 2-sheet application form, and it's really, really well done. And if you're good on the computer, you can actually create an attachment there and have it as an email for yourself and be able to send that to all your clients. So when I follow up with people, I will email them the membership form that I have that has the different options. It shows the retail, it shows the wholesale, it shows the auto ship price, and it's very visual. You've got the beautiful packages and the bottles and what's exactly in there. You've got the price points, and you've got the order form. I will send that to them, and over the phone they can see that on their computer. They can print it off, and I'll ask them, what is the best program for you? So if we're talking business, okay, there is a business pack, but I really want you to know, I'll share the business pack so that they know that there's 3 30-day systems in that pack, plus all the other items, and then I'll share, or do you feel more comfortable with the presence pack? The presence pack is what's on the order form, by the way. We don't have the business pack. You need to explain that, but we show the presence pack. And just, if they want to know what a business pack was, there's 3 of those in the business pack. But you have the business pack or a presence pack. Those would be good options for a business builder. Okay? If they're looking to lose weight, you have the 30-day or the 9-day. You see, you got the 30-day or the 9-day. And if they visually have that little application in front of them, they can look that over. And you explain what's in a 30-day and the value. And 9 times out of 10, if you get across what the 30-day is and the value, and they're on a 30-day program, and they don't run out of product with a 9-day, most people are going to get a 30-day, okay? But if not, drop down to the 9-day. Get your toe in the water. The first 3 years of this company, all it was a 9-day. So, the 9-day is a powerful system, and it will work for you. And if you want to start people with a 9-day, that's great. But give them the option. Tell them, here's a 30-day, here's the value, and or you maybe want to start with a 9-day. And don't judge it bad or good or whatever. Just say, hey, here's the 30-day, here's the value, and here's the 9-day, and here's the value. Which would be best for you? Let them make up their own mind. Now, what we have with all of these packages, and for maintenance, by the way, we have what I consider the 2 options are pillars of health and the healthy pack. I can't remember the exact name, but the health pack. And so you have those 2 options there. What is it? What do I call it? The healthy lifestyle. That's what it is. The healthy lifestyle pack. So for maintenance, I've got pillars of health. The pillars of health maintenance system, and I've got the healthy lifestyle. Those are the 2 packs that are on this membership form. So business pack or president's pack, if they're business people, 30-day or 9-day if they're looking for weight loss and cleansing, pillars of health or healthy lifestyle, which would be best for you. And then once they say, well, you know what, let me get that 30-day system, right there over the phone, I have the application and I'm taking the order right over the phone. You see, I'm taking the order right over the phone. Okay, Mary, and you'd like that shipped where? okay, 500 Main Street, beautiful, okay, and the phone number and the email, right? And then I'll get the credit card. So watch this. I get the address, I get the phone, I get the email, I get the all that info, and then I'm going to give her the, and I'm saying you're going to get a website with this. So we get the username, and I usually use their first and last name, by the way, as a username and a password to keep it simple. They can change that later. Then I'll get the credit card information first, okay? When I get that credit card information, then I'll ask them for their social and date of birth. But there's no perfect world there. But when I talk about social and date of birth, I'm sharing with them that they're going to get the product at the lowest price, and for the company to legally be able to get it at the lowest price and to pay them, if they refer anybody, they're going to get paid. The company is required by the government to provide a social and a date of birth. 9 times out of 10, when they understand that a social and date of birth is required, most people don't have a problem, especially when they know they're getting the lowest price, especially when they know that when they refer anybody, they're going to get paid immediately on that, with a debit card. So, but if I do get a challenge that they don't want to do a social date of birth, then I will drop them down to a preferred customer, and they'll still get that low price. They just won't be able to earn income, and they won't accumulate any volume. But I want them to know that. But I've already got their credit card. You see, it's not going to kill my order. I'll just drop down the preferred customer because I've got the credit card first. Then I tell them that I need the social date of birth to get that lowest price. They refer people that are going to get paid. If I have any challenge with that, I drop to the preferred customer, and I never lose a sale. Okay? And so that's what I'm trying to share with you, that kind of process. Now remember, it's going to be chocolate or vanilla or both. It's now going to be a packet or a canister. That's new, by the way, as of this last weekend. You get your product in packets, or you can get them in canisters. If you've got people that travel a lot, packets are going to make a lot of sense. Okay? It's only $1 more now with packets. So it's very inexpensive with the packets now. So they have the option of chocolate or vanilla for the shakes, the packets or the canisters for those shakes. They have powder or liquid, and you have those options: powder or liquid for the cleanse, powder or liquid for the ionics. And again, you just have to give them the options. Do you want this or this, this or this, this or this? So you have to be the one to call them back. You have to be the one to ask for the order. You have to be the one to give them the application form and have them look it over. You have to be the one that says which is best for you. And you have to be the one to get the order. And I'll never forget 5 years ago when I got a chiropractor in, and it could be this powerful. I'd already gotten a clue that he wanted to do the business. So I wasn't just getting a product order for him now. I was saying, how many 30-day systems would you like for your office? And I just threw that out. I had no clue what he was going to say. He goes, let me get 6 of those 30-day systems. And I was like, wow. And then that worked out so well that then I asked him, well, then how many 9-day systems would you like? He goes, I'll get 6 of those too. And I just absolutely wanted to fall out of my chair. And that was done over the phone, and I took the order right over the phone. 6 30-day systems and 6 90 systems. We didn't have the President's Pack at that, the Business Builder Pack at that point. And I was just beside myself. I was so excited. So it taught me that if I just ask, you just never know what they're going to say back. So when you say, do you want the 30-day or 9-day, and keep quiet, no, let me get that 30-day system. That makes a lot of sense. Boom. Take the order right then. Take that order right then. Okay? So let me do this. Let's do this. Let's text. I hope this has been helpful here. And what I want you to know, this takes practice. This doesn't happen overnight. You're gonna maybe get a little kind of what's the word for it? Kind of clumsy, maybe in the beginning. But just know that your goal is, number one, to connect with people and make the call, initiate the call, and get excited and be brief. We know that number two, we want to set up an appointment and just find out what the best time for them. If the best time is immediately, then do it right then. But I find out 8 times out of 10, you need to call them back to set that proper appointment. So number two is you set that appointment, and then that leads to number 3, which is an immediate. You see the word immediate? Not 1 year down the road, 1 week down the road, but immediately you're following up. And I'm telling you, your exposure, the looks that you're going to get, the people's excitement on the other side, the orders that you're going to get on the other end, it's amazing if you follow this system. So if there's any questions, let's do 1 or 2. We'll close out the webinar here. If there's any questions at all, what I'd like to do here is just, by the way, in Canada, you don't have to give up your Social Security number, and that's huge, by the way, Odina. That's huge because you don't have to deal with that. But again, if you word it right, and you just tell people in the U.S., hey, you're going to get the lowest price here, and all we need is your social and date of birth, because if you, also you're going to get the lowest price, and if you refer anybody, you're going to get paid. That's how the company legally can pay you. 9 times out of 10, most people don't have a challenge with that. Okay? If there is a challenge, though, don't get into a fight about it. Don't get into a big deal about it. Just say, you know what, I'll make you a preferred customer, and down the road, once you feel comfortable with this product, and you're ready to go, we'll have people underneath you, and immediately when you get on auto ship and you provide your social date of birth, you'll be able to hold that volume. You'll be able to make money on the people underneath you. So that's a good one. Any other questions on the system? And don't be shy here. Let's get like one question, and then we'll close out the webinar here. But any question on the 3-step? Can you send me your notes? Okay, well, send me an email. I'll send you a nice little thing here. jbennett@cox.net is my email. If you need any more info, I can send you some good stuff. jbennett@cox.net. So if they are not comfortable giving their Social Security number, sign them up, then have them go there in their back office to provide it. Yeah, later. They can do that later. So the Social Security date of birth can always be done later. So folks, this is an incredible system here. This is something that will work for you. Set your sights on how many appointments you set in the next week. Practice with people, even if they're not going to do the business. You could call people up and say, listen, Mary, I'm just going to practice on you. This is a new marketing system with my company, and I would just like you to be willing to allow me to practice on you. You could do it like that with your friends, family, neighbors, coworkers. You'd be amazed if you practice this system, and you would connect with them with just that. You would then set the appointment with them when they have 15, 20 minutes of undivided attention to review the videos. Now remember this too. The average person is watching 4 hours of TV a day. That's the average. Now when you throw internet in there and you throw TV, I know it's 4 hours a day. That's just TV is 4 hours. If you throw internet, I know it's beyond 4 hours. If you do 4 hours a day, that's 7 days a week. You're talking about almost 30 hours a week of TV and internet surfing going on. Mindless stuff for the most part, 30 hours a week. What we're trying to say here is we want to carve out 15, 20 minutes out of that 30 hours. That's what you and I are trying to get accomplished here. And we're trying to share with them something life-changing for their health and life-changing for their financial future. And you and I need to control that sharing process, and that's what setting the appointment will do for you. So if you'll do this, and here's the action step. Get 5 new people to actually make an appointment with you and walk them through this process and walk them to isamovie.com so that you can immediately follow up after they watch the video. Okay? Get 5 new people to do that here in the next week, minimum the next week. And it should really be the next 3 days. I think a week's too long. But the bottom line, 5 looks in the next week minimum. Okay, give yourself a day or two to fill the pipeline and make those calls to set those appointments. But give yourself till next Thursday, that's it. 5 looks, 5 people that you set appointments with, and just watch what starts to happen in your business. So I want to thank everybody for joining us. You guys are awesome. Have a great week. Saturday will be the opportunity presentation here at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 Eastern. So work on this right now, set appointments now, and roll that into the Saturday webinar at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, and make that your next opinion event. All right, all the best, everybody, and have a great time. Bye-bye.